Well, there you go. I just want to start like this.
I think with all those paramedics going by, I'm going to need to clear.
Yeah, wow.
Oh.
Well, you know, it's funny, Jay. When I'm sitting here and I'm down here and I'm preparing the broadcast, I'm just thinking about poor Jay Peckham. What's he going to...
Okay.
There you go. See, I got a new one there.
I like that.
5-1 right now. Not in favor of your Sarnia Sting.
No.
However, we got to be honest when we do these things. Like, I did find a little bit later in this period, like it seemed like the Sting got in there a little more and they were grinding more, but it also at the same time felt like desperation.
Frustration, desperation, a lot of Asians that we don't want to talk about.
Right.
But,
yeah, we can't mention a couple of them, but...
Yeah, no, this was
There's no structure happening out there, Jay.
No, nothing. You know, a lot of blind passes, a lot of, reaching with the sticks and,
reaching is
clearly the Sting are frustrated. We ended off the period with Chandler Romeo going to the box again. That's the first time in.
Well, I was going to say, like,
he's been actually
still pretty proud of him.
I am, but it was,
how do you get reorganized?
Unnecessary.
How do you get reorganized when you're down like this? Like, and we talked about this last time, but before we went into the second period, about that mindset of when you're down against a tough team like Windsor. How do you come back from that? Because
my solution, 3 shots of scotch and a lot of rocks.
We're talking about
young guys,
the players. Jay, the players.
Sorry.
No, seriously. Like, I mean, it's interesting that we talked about that last show, and now we're seeing it out there. And the coach has called a 30-second timeout for the Sarnia Sting. Wonder what that conversation was about. A little bit of structure. I saw them drawn on the board, but I also see,
I'm not sure what they did after the fact because, the play wasn't any better after the 30-second timeout than it was beforehand.
And you're tired, too, at this point.
Sure.
That adds up. 3 periods. By the end of 3 periods, you're tired. So now we're in the second. So that's a factor playing into this as well.
Well, and on the top of that, can we talk about line changes?
Yep.
Oh, my God. Just not pretty.
They're not happening quick enough?
Well, it can be a factor in any game, right? When you want to get your tired legs off and your fresh legs on. And it's about picking the appropriate moment, and it's about being able to get those guys off, get the other guys on, and do something with it. There's probably a lot of strategy around. Do you do it when you're headed back towards their zone, or do you do it when we're coming defensively
and that's where a lot of these goals came from here tonight, is the puck got away from the Sting and it quickly got down towards our zone, and Windsor was there to pick it up.
And did you notice how many of those happened when we were in the midst of a line change?
Well, yeah, okay. Yeah, I didn't
and
really
that's
put
that's kind of my point.
That.
You get a sloppy line change.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
You mean they don't have to wait for you to do? They don't have to wait until you're back on the ice. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No, in fact, actually, they'll put 6 guys on the ice to try and compensate. Right.
Right.
So, because Windsor did take too many men on the ice. This is my favorite hand signal in all of hockey.
I bet you
I
bet you that's not your favorite hand signal. I'm sure of that, but
no, for sure.
I watch from up above, It's definitely frustrating out there. I mean, we're frustrated. I mean,
yes.
Imagine how the Sting are right now. So, okay, what's happening or what's not happening out there? You're the coach in the locker room. What's the conversation?
Well, I think, not to beat a dead horse, but I mean, this is, again, another one of those we just got to get back to doing the right things.
I keep saying the
fundamentals,
you gotta, the basics.
Yeah, you got to. I mean, this is the fundamentals that are failing us right now. I mean, line changes. I mean, that should be. These guys that have been playing hockey since they were probably
the line
4
changes,
or 5 years
sure.
old. And there's line changes. That's it's the way to happen. This should be a whole lot cleaner. Yeah. It's a basic thing. When you're passing to somebody, you pass to their stick. You pass to where they're going to. You got to factor for momentum and all those sorts of things. And it's one of those things. That's a basic thing. So I think we got to get back to basics. I think we got to start. We're letting Windsor drive us.
Are you having a motivational speech in there right now, or are you yelling?
Well, I don't think yelling's going to do it.
Probably not.
I wouldn't say.
I don't think a motivational speech is doing it either. I think it's like what you just said. Guys.
Yeah, I think this is.
Calm down a bit.
This is that frank discussion.
Breathe. Frankly.
It's frankly again, yeah.
Right,
this is a
Shirley.
frank discussion where you're going to turn around and you're going to say to the guys, look, it's 5-1.
What do you want to do here?
Anybody interested in winning this game?
Well, and I still think they can. I really do.
I've seen crazier things.
Not easily, right? I mean, you don't have those corporate seats where everybody leaves early.
But you know what? This always brings me back to that. Honestly,
I remember
we've been doing this show a long time now, and I think probably the one moment that I remember more vividly than anything else was we were down there on the far side in that corner.
Yep.
When we came back from pretty much this score and won the game.
And there were only 4 people left to witness it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It was crazy. So, yes, things like that always give me hope that, there is a solution.
But there's no gimme here.
But this is no.
This is and Windsor's gotta be going like, okay, no complacency right now. Because they know that the Sting are talented, because we've beat them, we've given them hard times before, and but Windsor, I think, to go to the other side of the rink now,
it's a different kind of hockey.
They just need to keep Windsor just needs to keep doing what they're doing, I think, and we've just got to figure a way to get around them, because they're everywhere out there. They are everywhere that we are not. Where do we got to be?
Fair enough.
I mean, this isn't rocket science, I don't think. I mean, obviously, we're not the ones out there skating and doing the job, but nobody's in position. There's a few in there in position, I think. But mind you, we've got 21 shots on goal, but what the heck? We can't get it in there? Okay, that's partly Windsor's goalie, but there's been a lot of times that puck's come out front. There's nobody there to pick it up when certain players were passing it to where they thought it needed to go to get the shot in.
But remember, the shots on goal is about
a lot of missed
shots
ones
that go, where the goaltender, if the goaltender doesn't do something, it's going to go in the net.
Yep.
That's a shot on goal.
Yep.
Now, the problem for us is all of the shots that we're taking, I would say the better percentage of that 21, is right in the numbers on the goaltender. Yep. You know what I mean? We're just trying to put a puck through a guy.
Between the legs like they did on Gaudreau there.
Well, they've caught him in the 5-hole. They've caught him on the short side. They've caught him on a wide open freaking net.
Yeah. Go Sting.
They are putting it where Ben is not.
Yes.
And with no defense
what you're supposed to
out
do.
in front of him, I'm not blaming this one on Benny, that's for sure.
No, and he's been, I think, most part where he's supposed to be. So, he has been, obviously, right? So,
in the blue between the pipes,
Yeah. Well, you can feel it in the room right now.
Yeah.
Come on, Sting. Hey, how you doing? Let's go. Let's turn this around and make it happen and all that stuff, right? So, I don't know what else to say.
Out-of-town scoreboard.
Sue and I can't read that.
Peter Burrows.
They don't leave it up there. I'm going to call upstairs and say, leave that up a little bit longer for us.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
I know.
All right, well, we'll see what happens. Post-game press conference, I'll be going to get ready to set up for that and see what happens there. Often.
So the question of the day is,
okay,
when you get down that hard,
okay,
what's the conversation in the locker
all
room
right,
sound
all
like?
right. If I can get that one in for you, I will.
I think that's what I want to know.
When you're down 5-1, coming out into the third period, what was the conversation in the locker room? Fair enough. Fans want to know.
What's the tone?
Jay Peckham
I
want
to know.
Right?
And I'm a fan.
Absolutely. You can post your comments on the Sarnia Sting Facebook page as well after tonight's game when we get ready to go live. Ask your questions, and I'll read your comments. I will ask the questions for you to the players or the coaches, whatever happens. Should be an interesting post-game press conference, no matter how the score comes out here tonight.
I'll be watching.
For sure. Thanks for watching, everybody. I do appreciate you, and I appreciate you.
I appreciate you right back,
If
brother.
you need a hug later, come around.
I'm going to need more than a hug.
I'm David Burrows with the Sarnia Sting. It's my friend Jay Peckham.
Go, Sting, go!
Oh, come on, say it like you mean it.
Go, Sting, go!